Hello, welcome to Spy Money. I get a lot of requests for people wanting to trade ES, the S&P 500, and I normally don't trade it, but in the last week to 2 weeks I've been trading it quite a bit, and I've been looking for strategies that actually work and that are somewhat proven. And this one here actually works really well, and I'm going to include the template on the bot upload that I do today. That way everybody can use it if they want. So the bot will automatically trade this, but what I've shown you is like the losses. The losses are in the blue down here. And yes, you're going to have losses. And on this chart, if you run it for Friday's session, the wins were 28, losers 10, and the net wins were 18. So if the net wins are more than the losers, then it's money. It's a 73.6% win rate, and that's being untouched. And it depends on what profit targets that you use. And I'm gonna go ahead and make it smaller. I wanted to start this off with a bigger screen so you can see. But what we have is let me do it this way right here. I've got those too low, but if you have a blue background and the coaster calls for a green signal, then that's a long. On this one was a loss, and the loss would be like one tick below the coaster signal. And that way, if it pulls back on you, it's just going to go ahead and get out, because if it pulls back, it more than likely is probably not going to be a good trade. But it kind of depends. You might even want to put your stop loss at the bottom of this bar here. So it depends on how the person is going to play it. And then you had all these others, and this first one, the 8750, could have potentially been a loss depending on how you did it. But the entry's there, and the stop would be right there. So let me make this bigger. The stop would actually be right here. So with the stop being right there, then it's going to make a perfect signal going up through there. Now it depends on your profit target. If you're going for 1 point, 2 points, or whatever. I went ahead and listed both of these. I would say that more than likely you would have gotten out on this second one. So the pullback, you would have stayed in, and then it went up. So let's just say that you went for $100. 2 points per trade, and I think 2 points is very fair. And so if you went for $100 on every one, then you're going to be pretty good. And if you put your stop at $100 or $125, then that would be good. So once you enter, as long as it doesn't get say below the 125 or so, then you're going to stay in the trade. This one right here would have been a winner. This one would have been a winner. And this one would have been a winner. So if you just went for $100. So what we look for is a 50% profit target. We're looking to, let's see here. We're looking to go ahead and go for, let's just say $100 a target. We're also looking to go 50% of the trade. So if we're trading one contract, that's going to be $500 per contract on NinjaTrader. So we're looking to make $250. Now, that doesn't mean you can't make more, but that's what we're generally looking for. So if you're looking to make more money, then you do 2 contracts or whichever. But if you can make 50% of your trade every day, you're going to do very well. And in this case, you would have made 100 here, 100 here, and 100 there. You're done at this point. So on this particular strategy, you would be done on the first 3 trades. So we're always looking for about 3 good trades to quit. You're not looking to trade all day. Now this one right here would have been a stellar win. Now would you have known to stay in this trade all the way? It depends on how you're trading. If you put your levels and so forth on there, then maybe you would have stayed in here. But if you're just looking for $100, there's $400 now. This one would have been a loss, so you'd be back down to about $300. Then you'd be back to 400, 500, 600. And if we keep on going, I mean, we can do this all day. Then there's 400. Here's 500. Here's 600. or no, it'd be 400, 500, 600, 500, 600, 700, 800. You know, right there, you're what, 170, 160% win rate, or not win rate, but 160% of your trade. You know, you can't just trade all day long, but if you did, this is what would happen. You know, you would go in here, you would actually be, based on what we have here, you can get it centered up with all of the trades. Now this is just one session, okay? That's all we're looking at is one session. If you would have traded this, your net wins was 18. So if you're going for $100 a trade, that would be $1,800 on one contract. Will the bot trade exactly this way? Absolutely. The bot, you could turn it on and let it go, and it would have made these same trades. And you know what we're looking to do is just try to get, you know, our 50% is all we're looking for. So if you're looking to trade ES and you're wanting to make $1,000, then you know you ought to do 2 contracts, or maybe, well, see, 2 would be $500, and if you do 3 contracts, that would be $750. But the most Americans make between $200 and $300 a day. I mean, that's just a kind of an average. Some people make a couple thousand a day. Some people make $100 a day. But the average American makes between $200 and $300 a day. That's about $50,000 or $60,000 a year. That's a pretty well a guideline across the national average. So if we can get in here on one contract, and if we can get 3 wins in a row, that's $300. And at that point, you're done. You've made what the national average is. Now, if you want more money and you're doing real well and you're consistent with what you're doing, do 2 contracts or 10. You know, let's just say you did 10 contracts, you went in one trade and you won. That would be $1,000. Well, $1,000 is a great day. That's double the national average wage in America. So yeah, and if you lose $1,000, then you know the odds of you keep on losing all day long are very slim compared to what we have here in the stats. The stats show that you're about a 73% win rate. So on this particular day, you know, you could have got your $1,000 out of 10 contracts. And you know, on this particular one, you would have got it on the 3rd trade. So your first trade was a loser, then you would have won here, and then you would have won there. You'd have been done, you know, at that point. Or you could have picked up the 4th, or the 5th, or the 6th. So, you know, you just keep right on going. It depends on your risk management, what you're willing to do. So what I suggest is, you know, you can even do this on micros, do it on MES. The bot will trade exactly the same way with it. So if you're looking to, you know, maybe you want to do 5 MES, 5 micros, well, you could go ahead and do that. And now you're not going to make as much money. You're only going to make about $50 per trade, going by what we just discussed. But $50 a trade for very little risk actually feels good to a lot of people. So this is just one strategy that I've been working on and trying to figure out how we can make it work best for most people. And this particular one actually does a very good job. Now, you got to remember, this was a downtrend all day Friday. And there are many longs in here that was able to capitalize on the pullbacks and such. So, and there's a lot of trades that, you know, we completely missed. I mean, this one right here was a good short, but we missed it because of the background on it. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't hop in that trade. If it goes up and then it starts pulling back, maybe you got in right here and you picked up that. So you can manually trade this as well, or you can let the bot do it. So I just wanted to show you kind of what we're doing in SPY Money and trying to figure out other ways that people can make money. A lot of people don't have, you know, the patience for NASDAQ because NASDAQ actually moves quite a bit. But this is the settings that we use. We use the 10 SPY Money bar. It's proprietary bars that I developed that actually work very well, help you with the direction. And then when we add the coaster into it, the coaster will actually get you in the trades pretty good. Also, when we add this background to it, then the background actually lets us know which direction that we're actually going. I mean, if we pull back here, now me personally, I would have entered off of this. And the reason I would have is this. So there's a lot of trades in here that we would miss, but see, we had a higher low and we have a higher high. This tells me that when we bounced off of this and went up, this would be a good signal. Now, how much could you have made? If you got in there and the max profit you could have got is 312. There's a lot of trades in here that you can get that are outside of what the bot would do once you understand how to trade in the pullbacks and levels and so forth. So this is just one of the ways that I help. And as far as the lease and so forth, we're getting pretty full, and we're getting to the point to where we may be shutting the lease off here real soon. So if you're interested, get signed up today and get started making money. If you got signed up and you started running this strategy, there's no doubt in my mind that you couldn't get your lease paid in a day or two, depending on how many contracts you trade and if you follow the rules. If you follow the rules on what we do with trading, you should do very well. So get started today. This weekend is a great time to get started because you can get downloaded, you can get through the material, and once you get through the material, then you can start trading on Sunday night or Monday. And we trade the futures 23 hours, 5 days a week. It's what we trade. There is no special time that's better than the others, but I will say that the U.S. market moves the fastest. I personally kind of like the London market. London market moves a little bit slower. It's a little bit easier to follow, but it does take longer to make the trades typically. But let me know if you have any questions, and if you do, how you get started is this way. Let me get it started up here. I normally have all this ready, but I didn't this time. Let's see here. So we go up here. You want to go to spymoneyllc.com. When you go there, you're going to click on the Ninja Suite. When you click on the Ninja Suite, there's going to be a little video start playing. And if you watch it, it kind of explains what the Ninja Suite is as far as what you get with it. But just to recap it, if you scroll down here, you're going to get all the bots that we have listed. Currently, we have 4 bots in there. Coaster bot is the one that I just went over. It is our main bot. It is the one that most people use, and it works really well. You're going to get all the indicators that are available in Spy Money. You're going to get all the add-ons and drawing tools. Here's the list of frequently asked questions. So you go through this, read through these. I'm pretty sure that every question you have will be answered right here. If it's not, then go up to the top and you will see a Contact Us right here. This Contact Us, you click on there, and you put in your first name, last name, your phone number, and when you put all that in there, when you put all that in there, put your question in. I am the one that personally answers every one. No one else does it. So if it's something that you need to know, ask me. But if you go back to the Ninja Suite, in order to get signed up, there's only one way to get signed up, and you have to scroll down here, and you have to read through all 14 of these items. Once you read through them and you agree to them, then you left click down here and send this up to here, and then you right click and click copy. Do not send this if you do not agree it, because this is a binding contract between the two of us. In the beginning of Spy Money, people would say, well, I didn't know that, or I didn't know this. Well, this way I have proof that you did know. So once you do that, go to Contact Us, put in your first name, last name, email, and phone number. If I don't get this information, you will not get a link. Then you right click, click paste, and that puts that information in here. You click submit, that comes to me. I review it, and if approved, then I send you a link to join. Not everybody gets approved. You have to remember that. Just because you want to join don't mean that I will. So there's some criteria that I look for, and if it's not there, then I don't let you in. I don't do this for the money so much, because if I did, then I would go ahead and let everybody in, but I don't do that.
Having trouble with your trades.
What I do is I want to keep it a small company, and once I get to a certain number, I don't let more people in because we want to be small enough to where we can help each other and do better. I'm not looking to be the largest company. I do this mainly to help a lot of the traders out because there's so many people out there that just do not do very well. And what I want to do is make it where there's more traders out there actually passing prop firms, keeping the PA accounts, and actually taking money out for themselves. Also with our live accounts, there's so many people losing money, and it's really time to stop. So this is how you stop. You come in, you follow the rules, and you do very well. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, this is the ES strategy on the coaster. I'm going to go ahead and upload this today, so as soon as you sign up, you will have this template already in place to where you just have to turn it on. Once you turn it on, then you should be able to go ahead and do very well with it. This strategy works pretty good through chop or anything. It actually keeps you out of most chop. So look it over, turn it on, go ahead and look back several days, pick a date that maybe you have no idea about, and then look at it from there. So here's a date that, just going back, and I haven't ever looked at this date, so we're going to look at it together, is right here is the open. So right there is a trade. So you get your $100. Right there is another trade. You get to 437. Right here's another trade. Right there's 3 trades and you're done. You'll be done with this. This one right here, you would end up losing money on it. Right here, you would have made money. None of these. This one right here, would you have made money? Yes, you would have made money there. Missed that one. Missed that one. This one here, you would have gotten. And that you'd have missed. This one would have been a loser. This one here would have been a winner. Been a good winner if you held on. Right here would have been a winner. So just right here, you've only got 2 losers down here. So you got 2 losers, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 winners. So that's 6. So you're, what is that? Probably 80% or so, give or take, win rate. You've only got 2 losses, but if you would have followed the rules and did the 50%, then you would have made your 3 right here. Let's take another date, going back. I'm just looking for the start of a day. This one's October 23rd. So let's go ahead and look at that. Look at the times. Let's see here. Let me go back a little more. Right there is time. Right here would be the first one. You would have had a loser, then you'd had a winner, and then you'd had a winner. And then right here would have been a winner. So you would have a loser and then 3 winners, and you need 1 more to get 3. There's your 3rd one. So you'd be done. And this would be trading at night and in the morning. But this big old drop right here, I mean, if you pick that up, I mean, if you just took this all the way down, which you probably wouldn't have, but if you did, there's $1,400 or so right there. So the strategy works. It's just a matter of turning it on and watching it. You never want to run a bot without being there, because things do happen. You lose internet. I lost internet during the making of this video, and that's one of the beeping that was going through there. So I actually lost internet through this. So if I had a bot on and lost internet, it would mess up. So you need to make sure that you're there when the bots are running and go from there. If you have any questions, let me know. I mean, I can show you. There's all kinds of winners in here. Very few losers in it, and it's done very, very well. Let me know. Let's get you started today. Get it on this weekend, and I think you'll do very well. This is trading ES. I think I'll probably end up just trading ES on this because I think the win rate is much better on ES than it is the NQ. And ES is more affordable. I mean, you can do more contracts or so forth, and you can usually, if you do 10 contracts, you can be out in one trade, have your $1,000 and be done. So Having questions, let me know. Have a great day.